inside for Albert. Albert will get the score. Fiddler, his farewell. He tapped into a legend and probably rugby league immortality. That's not a try, that's a miracle.
G'day guys, welcome back to the Rugby League Guru podcast. The round 18 team list, they have just dropped, obviously by round footy. Only the 5 games, I believe it is this weekend. A heap of teams on the bye this week. They include the Sharks, the Dolphins, the Titans, the Knights, the Warriors, the Eels and the Penrith Panthers. So 5 other games this weekend before Origin 3 on Wednesday night. Catmandu, where are we kicking off?
We're going to kick off with this is a great way to kick off the action this weekend. We have the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on the Brisbane Broncos. This one is at Accor Stadium. Kick off at 8 p.m.
Now, obviously, guys, this game is on Friday night. That's because Thursday night, the NRLW kicks off, which is super exciting. The Cronulla Sharks and the Parramatta Eels going head-to-head. That one's at 7:45 p.m. from Shark Park. Where can they watch that, Kat? What is it, 9 now, KO and Foxtel?
Correct. And it's also worth mentioning that the Bulldogs, this will be a double header for them as well, with the women's team playing before the men's team. So lots of action at Accor Stadium on Friday night, and honestly an awesome way to kick off the women's season too.
And just having a look over those other games this weekend as well, the Canberra Raiders game down there at GIO, that will also be a doubleheader, as will the Cowboys game, a doubleheader as well, lining up with the women's, and the Roosters game too. Oh, good. So the Roosters, they play before the Roosters Tigers, they play 2 p.m. We'll get to that very soon. But before that, the Roosters take on the Warriors, their first game of NRLW in a couple of years. So
awesome.
If you are going out to games, make sure you get out there early. I'm going to the Roosters Tigers game. I'll make sure I'm there early to have a first look at the Wars in that one. All right, let's get on to the NRL. So as Kat said, Friday night, Bulldogs, Bronx. For the Bulldogs, a few changes here. Wilson, he'll be on the wing. Tuala, I believe it's his first game for the Canterbury Bulldogs since coming down from the Newcastle Knights. He'll be at centre. Harry Hayes jumps into the front row. Hayward in jersey 13 and Galvin still in jersey 14. I'm keen to see when they rip this Band-Aid off. I think it has to be sooner rather than later. For the Broncos, Selwyn Cobbo named at fullback. Essentially unwanted by the club at the moment, leaving next year. They've kept him on the books, obviously, to be able to utilise him, but he has been outside of the team for the last couple of weeks. Now thrown into the fullback position, a big watch there. Mariner at centre. Willison moves up into the front row and Hetherington in jersey 13 there. Saturday, Cat, Super Saturday, 2 games. What do we got first?
Yeah, 2 games for Super Saturday. We have the Canberra Raiders taking on the Dragons. This one is at home at GIO Stadium. Will be our cold one in Canberra.
Yeah, she'll be chilly. Raiders, Morgan Smithies, he jumps into jersey 13. Obviously, Josh Papali'i playing Origin. So the boys shift around. Corey Horsburgh into the front row. Smithies in 13. Simmons Sasungi, he remains on the left edge. Had a cracker last weekend. The bench features Trey Mooney, Noah Martin, and Mariota there. And, of course, Owen Paddy. For the Dragons, Finau gets an opportunity on the wing. Sloan will be on the other wing as well. So a number of injuries there with Lawson, Tuipulotu, both ruled out last week. Corey Allen also comes in at centre to replace Val Holmes playing Origin. Raymond Faitala Mariner, he jumps on the edge replacing the injured Couchman there for the Dragons. Late game Saturday, Mando.
Late game, North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Melbourne Storm. This one's up at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. Kickoff at 7:35.
For the North Queensland Cowboys, Tommy Dearden playing Origin. So Duffy, he will come into jersey 7. Harrison Edwards in jersey 9 playing hooker replacing Reece Robson. Sam McIntyre moves to jersey 13, replacing Reece Robson. Temple Kalepo, who's going to be coming off the bench. Now, he's making his debut. He is a hooker. I haven't seen him play before. I just had a quick look at his Queensland Cup stats. He has been playing for the Mackay Cutters. He has played 11 games this year. 2 try assists, 2 line break assists, 7 offloads, 88% tackle efficiency. Just by looking at his stats, he's not an 80-minute hooker by any means. And even over the last few weeks, he's come off the bench himself and played a bit of lock. So an interesting watch there. Did knock out 77 minutes last weekend against the Seagulls. I would imagine he'll probably play 15 minutes or so in this game, but congratulations to him on making his first grade debut. For the Melbourne Storm, Huge changes here. So Joe Chan, he'll line up in the centre position. Kane Bradley comes onto the wing to replace the injured Farlongo. Tyron Wishart comes into the 5'8" role for Cam Munster. Tui Kamakamitha at prop. Bronson Garlick in jersey 9. Nelson Asafa-Solomona, he will wear jersey 13. And coming off the bench in his return game to the NRL, Jonah Pezzett, obviously been a long time out with injury. Congratulations to him for making it back in there. And just one other one I just want you to keep an eye on the bench, on the extended bench, sorry, we have got Pahulu there as well. So one to keep an eye on, a signing from the Gold Coast Titans that I think will prove to be really important this season. 2 games, Sunday, Cat?
2 games. You're going to be at one, I'm going to be at the other. We have the Sydney Roosters taking on the West Tigers at 2 p.m. That kicks off our Sunday action.
That is very cool. I will be out there at the Roosters West Tigers game. Our good friend of the show, Timmy Williams, has a special event out there for the SC Playbook, so I'll be out there for that one. Cannot wait to meet you all out there. Kickoff is at 2 p.m. at Allianz. Roosters, Mucky Mark, he will be at centre. Nwangani Tawase. Tom Rodwell gets his opportunity on the wing. Obviously, Dom Young has departed and whatnot. There is an opportunity there with Toya playing Origin. So Tom Rodwell, he'll play on the wing. He got pulled from New South Wales Cup last week. Heard it was an injury, but this makes a lot more sense. They needed him this week, so congratulations to him. You might have seen I believe it's his younger brother. He was actually the 5'8" for the New South Wales under-19s last week, so a very talented family, the Rodwells. Good kids too. Benaya at 9 once again. Egan and Fiketti on the edges there, and Blake Steep in jersey 13. Wouldn't shock me. There's a lot of guys at this Rooster side between Radley, Fiketti, who can play 13. Wouldn't surprise me at all if Blake Steep ends up being the long-term guy there. And congratulations, another debut for Max McCarthy, another guy, very, very talented kid. He's been injured for about the last 4 or 5 weeks, I believe. Had he been available earlier, I think he probably would have made his debut. I believe he was very close to the back end of last season. A back row that the Roosters are very excited about. So shout out to Max McCarthy. Congratulations, mate. For the West Tigers, Taruva will line up at fullback this week. La Lily will be in the centre. Staines on the wing. Adam Dwayne moves into the 5'8" role. Hope gets an opportunity at jersey 9. Obviously, Appy out with a concussion and De Silva leaving the club this week. So Hope will be the 9 this week. Twal in jersey 13 and the skipper as well. Now, I'm not sure if Alex Twal has captained the side before. Maybe he has, but if he hasn't, congratulations to him. And Charlie Murray in jersey 14 coming off the bench there for the Tigers. Last game, Kathmandu, which they're honoured to be graced with your presence at.
Well, thank you very much.
I was at Brookie last week. Now you're going there.
I know, and it's my first time at Brookie as well.
Debutant. So
hoping for a result that goes my way, selfishly. Manly Warringah Seagulls taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs. This one kicks off at 4:05. I will be there. Look for me on the hill. Hopefully a good luck charm for South Sydney.
You're going to be on the hill, are you?
I believe so.
You'd want to hope this weather clears.
A good day hill. Good day,
Very
Hill.
good day, Hill.
I hope it's a good day. The weather is supposed to improve. So
I believe Tom and Eddie will be there as well, handing out good day hats. Make sure you flood that bad boy up there. As far as Manly Seagulls goes, no massive changes here. Jastavunga at 9 once again. We've got Tommy Talau. He's on the bench. We spoke about in the preseason. Tommy Talau is a big body, big bit of gear. I think this is a really good move for him. He probably wouldn't be stoked about it, but I think he can offer a football team a lot of things coming off the bench. He's a big enough body to play on the edge. He can obviously cover any HIAs, any injuries and whatnot. So I do like this for the Manly Seagulls. I wouldn't be surprised if he does finish his career in the back row. I believe his father did towards the back end of his career, so good to show versatility there. For the South Sydney Rabbitohs, Alex Johnson will get his opportunity at fullback with Trell Mid in Origin. Aitken moves to the centres. Tass on the wing. Jack Whiten selected at 5'8". Hubner in jersey 13. Dodds on the bench there. So we spoke about this a little earlier in the week. Not great optics for Dodd when they go for Jack Whiten at 5'8". Over him.
You did say this would happen.
It's not a good sign, yeah. But anyway, also, guys, worth noting with South Sydney on their extended bench, a big watch throughout the week. Unfortunately, we won't know until Saturday afternoon whether they're going to play or not. But one, Cody Walker, he went up the tunnel with about 15 minutes to go in that game last week. Kat, did you see the stretches they had him doing on the sideline at halftime last week by any chance?
I don't want to be that person, but I actually didn't get a chance to watch that game.
Didn't see it, yeah. No. Mate, it looked like an exorcism. It was wild.
Oh, goodness.
He then had to go up the tunnel with about 15 minutes to go, so we'll see how Cody Walker's tracking for this game. The other big one is Hectic Cheese, Brandon Smith. He's on the extended bench for South Sydney as well. I personally don't think Brandon will play. I was out there at their game 2 weeks ago, and I think the word around town then was round 20, so round 18 would be a pretty early return. I think Cheese will still be another week or two away, but obviously getting close. I think he'll be a real game changer for South Sydney once he is in there. All right, guys, they are your team lists for round 18, the last major bye round of the NRL season. Origin 3 coming your way on Wednesday. We'll have a preview coming for you on Tuesday. Sowie will be in here on Thursday morning. We'll have a full review at 4 p.m. next week of Origin 2. We'll have the show with Sowie, Take the 2 this week. That'll be coming out as well. So it'll be Thursday morning, 6 a.m. on the podcast, 3 p.m. On YouTube as well. And make sure, guys, you go and have a listen to our NRLW preview that dropped last night with Sowie. Go through each and every team, talk about, the strengths, weaknesses, the changes, what we're expecting from all those sides in the NRLW, which kicks off this week. Thursday night, it is a standalone game on Thursday night, which is going to be unreal. The Cronulla Sharks and the Parramatta Eels, 7:45 on Thursday night. You can watch that on 9 Now, KO and Foxtel. A few double headers this weekend, as we said off the top, with the NRLW as well. So make sure you get out to all those games. Support the girls because the competition, it's going to be fantastic this season.